this approach to solve this problem and why we think it can be successful. So first off, I want to start off with a little background about me. I am a marketer by trade, and I've been the COO of a company that needed a turnaround. And so through that all, I've gotten pretty well acquainted with the product adoption curve as well as steps in change management. And anytime you're doing some sort of change management, the steps are the same. You assess the problem, the root cause, you develop a possible solution for that, you deploy it with a small group and test that, gather feedback. And once it's successful, you begin to normalize it and evangelize that solution. And so I think for this project to be successful, we're going to need both of those factors at play. And it's for that reason that we chose the strategic partners that we did. We have Celine, who is one of the largest performance manufacturers in the US and with vehicles that are pretty high ticket items. We have Pierre Auto Group, also one of the largest dealers of performance vehicles across the nation, as well as one of the largest dealership networks in the Pacific Northwest with 13 dealerships under their purview. And we have Auto News, who is the oldest automotive newspaper in America, reaching over 1 million readers every month. And so we chose this group of people or these groups of partners because it represents a market that's ready to adopt. If you think back to that product adoption curve, a crucial piece is that first early adopters. And if you think about a Celine owner or a performance car owner, a collector car owner, they're the demographic that really cares about the integrity of their vehicle, the history of their vehicle, and the authenticity of that vehicle. On top of that, just to highlight this, a little story, I actually myself bought a BMW for more than I needed to. And the reason was because it came with this binder that was about yay thick with all of the service records and receipts that was done to it in the past, as well as a spreadsheet logging all of that information. And so at the end of the day, we're attacking this segment first, these auto enthusiasts, the car collectors, the exotic car owners, because we think that they will be readily available and willing to adopt this solution quickly. And so looking at just a funnel, we think that we have all the right players here. We have the technology infrastructure from Grabit that underlines Grabit.market right now. We have Auto News with not just their 1 million readers per month, but also through their network, the members of the Northwest Auto Press Writers Association that extends through Automotive News, Automobile Magazine, Car and Driver, and all the major automotive publications really across the globe. We have Celine and Mecum that cater to high ticket vehicles, high ticket vehicle consumers, and a demographic that cares quite a bit about their cars. And we have PR Auto Group that is a direct to consumer arm. They have direct contact with the consumers, not just the performance consumers, but also your normal everyday car consumer. And so, looking back, basically we have the tech infrastructure, we have the marketing vehicle to drive widespread awareness of the solution. We have two partners that target the demographic that we need to get early adoption of this. And we have the distribution through a dealership network. And so I think through this group of partners, we have enough to have a successful proof of concept. And then from there, our goal is really to get national adoption. We don't want this to just be something that dies off. And I think that the time is right for this type of solution. You look at California that implemented this in their DMV with 42 million cars. You have Texas looking at a solution. You have Colorado looking at a solution. And so the times are shifting. And we're lucky that we're at a point where there is not just the technology to make this happen now, but also that we have the network and the people in the right places to make this happen. Because to make this national adoption happen, basically you're going to have to work with numerous government agencies, both on the federal and state level. These are agencies like NMVTIS, AAM, MVA, NHTSA, and so on and so forth, which we're already in contact with, and we already have experience working with via other contracts. On top of that, you're going to have to work with the OEMs and the manufacturers, the Fords, GMs, Stellantis, McLaren, you name it, to get those VIN numbers right as the cars roll off the line. And so we have those relationships. This here is an example of a letter that was written to Bill McCollum from Bill Ford, and we have the ability to make that happen with these OEMs and auto manufacturers. And then lastly, you need the distribution, right? And so through Auto News, we have relationships with over 1,000 dealerships across the nation. And as they see this use case happen with Pierre, we expect that we'll get more on board. And on top of that, you add more outreach to government agencies on top of these dealerships, and we can start to get the snowball effect to happen and gain more states on this program here. And so I knew that piece that's in the proposal is a little bit long, so I just wanted to make a quick video explaining our thoughts on this. And so yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.